Hello guys, welcome back to the Red Devil Stand with all the latest Manchester United news and transfer news. Well, we have a lot to get into today. We will talk about, as I mentioned in my title already, we will talk about Hojlund, we will talk about, some links coming out regarding Benjamin Pavard, and also there have been, some quotations coming out from David Beckham himself regarding our ownership situation and all. And there are some quotations coming out from Dwight, Yourke as well regarding our Andre Onana situation and much more regarding Fred, McTominay, Maguire, Van de Beek, what is their situation right now. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, please hit the bell icon. We get live every day at 4 p.m. and 11 p.m. in Indian Standard Time. And if you haven't already, please smash the like button. So anyway, man, let's get started. So the first thing I would like to talk about today is Hojlund. We all know it's becoming, it's changing into a saga. I must say that the amount of time we have already spent with this, Rasmus Hojlund deal, it has become a saga, to be very honest. So anyway, this is coming from Fabrizio Romano today. He is saying, Rasmus Hojlund wants Manchester United. The final days of this week could be crucial. PSG's bid hasn't changed Hojlund's mind at this stage. It's up to United now, who are set for a new round of talks with Atlanta. So yeah, man. Yeah, Rohit, I will come to you, man. I will come to you. Hi, brother. Hi, thank you for joining, man. So I was talking about that Fabrizio Romano has come out and, give us some information regarding Rasmus Hojlund. We all know it's been dragging on and on and on. It's been really frustrating. It has become a saga. We didn't want it as fans. We didn't want it, wanted it to be a saga, but it has become one now. I will absolutely say that because the amount of time we have spent. See, the thing is that Manchester United wants Hojlund. Hojlund wants Manchester United. Atlanta wants to sell Hojlund. I don't know. I really don't know that what to say, man. What to say. What are we waiting for? Erik ten Hag wants him. Erik ten Hag absolutely wants him. He wants him as soon as possible. We are still not able to sign him. I know that we are signing him right now. It is quite imminent, as Fabrizio Romano has also said that in this weekend, it is quite possible that we will see that here we go regarding Rasmus Hojlund. That can happen. That is still up for debate. But yeah, it's the high probability is it will happen, man. It will happen. So yeah, we do not need to worry about that. And as you have said, that PSG's bid hasn't changed Hojlund's mind at this stage. As I have said, man, the only way. The only reason he will go to PSG or any other club if Manchester United negotiators drop the ball massively, which I do not think it will be the case. I know that you guys are a bit frustrated. You guys, get angry when I say imminent. I quite get that. But seriously, man, it is imminent right now. The way it stands, it's quite imminent. So it is saying, never going to happen, but would love Man United to let Bayern agree a price with Spurs for Kane and come over the top by a few million to hijack it. Just like we did with the signing of Titus Malaysia. I do hope so, Rohit. I do hope so. Please, guys, let me know, your opinion. If you have any questions regarding anything, regarding Manchester, I will definitely get to those. So yeah, please do that. And yeah, Rohit, believe me, if it was the case, I would have been absolutely glad with that. But see, the thing is that the way it is going, I do not think that we will sign another striker. I guess not, because as the news, as the links are coming out of, especially from UK outlets, that Manchester will not let go of, Anthony Martial in this transfer market. See, the thing is that they're saying that we do not have any extra striker, so we will be keeping Anthony Martial. I guess that is the point of view from our club. But the thing is that you cannot rely on a striker who wasn't available regularly for the past 2-3 years. He is just not available. He is available, but he is always injured. He is always injured. So you cannot. I am not, as I have said so many times, it's not like that I do not like Martial. I absolutely liked him. I absolutely like the way he plays. But the thing is that he plays really little for us. He is always injured. You cannot rely on a guy who is injured all the time. And see, if you think it properly, I know there are many fans out there who are criticizing Erik ten Hag because we have lost 2 consecutive matches. We are not very good at scoring goals. Those are absolutely right things. They are pointing out the right things. But the one thing they're, forgetting to notice is that It's over a year we have gotten rid of Edinson Cavani. It's almost a year we have gotten rid of Cristiano Ronaldo, and our third striker, Martial, is injured all the time. And who have Manchester United replaced those strikers with? No one. Absolutely no one. We have lost Edinson Cavani, we have lost Ronaldo for the past in the last year, and Martial, you can't rely on that guy. So yeah, we are 3 strikers down, and what Erik Ten Hag have been hung to dry out, believe me, by our club. So yeah, if someone is criticizing, as I have said, criticize constructively. Criticize. If you want to criticize, it's absolutely your opinion. You are absolutely entitled to anything you want to say. But if you are I know that in your mind you are thinking, the welfare of Manchester United. I obviously know that. I can argue with someone. I can oppose someone's view. But it does not mean that I will disrespect him or something like that. We all know. If I ever get, in argument with any one of you, it will not mean that I am disrespecting you, or the one I am, in argument with, that he is disrespecting me. It is not like that. When we argue about our club, we have to keep that in mind, that both the parties have real intention about the club. So yeah, and see, the thing is that you can criticize Erik Ten Hag on the final third. Yeah, he haven't been able to deliver. But why? Why hasn't he able to deliver the way he have delivered in every part of the pitch? It's because he haven't got any backup to do so. He's playing Sanchez as a false 9. He's playing Rashford as the number 9. Those are not the players to play on that role. Those are absolutely not the players. Do you really think if we would have gotten hold of a player like Harry Kane or Victor Osimhen and Hojlund, he would choose Marcus Rashford as the striker? Absolutely not. Would he choose Jadon Sancho as the false 9? Absolutely not. So he is consorting those ideas. It's only because he haven't got one. Obviously, we are shit when it comes to our final third of the pitch, because we do not have a striker. When we finished our last season, we lost to Manchester City in the FA Cup final. Every one of the fans knew that our final and our first and foremost target would be a striker in the coming season. And it's I guess 2.5 weeks left. We will be playing, Wolves in our first Premier League match. We still do not have a striker. So yeah, I don't know what is going on, what is keeping them to signing Hojlund, which is quite straightforward deal to me. It is not like that we have to convince the player. Some other club is, paying Atlanta a huge amount of money. So Atlanta is in a dilemma. It's not like that. PSG have put in a bid, but their bid is even lower than what we have bid already. So yeah, I don't know what is about this hold up, man. I will not know. Please let me know your opinion, guys. Please absolutely let me know that. If Erik Ten Hag had requested for Lukaku, I would give him because I trust him. I don't know why people talk much about things that doesn't concern them. I don't know about Lukaku, man. I hope that he is not interested in Lukaku. But the thing is that we need to keep some trust with our manager. We need to do that, because see, the thing is that you cannot put, you cannot just forget that we are still owned by the Glazers. It's still a Glazer summer transfer market. We have been lied upon. We have been deceived upon. We have been, we have been played like a child by those Glazers. Absolutely all the fans have been played by those guys year in, year out. And it's not a recent occurrence. It's been happening for the past decade, I guess. So yeah, man. Anyway, talking about the ownership, Beckham have came out, and I would give a thumbs up to Beckham. Absolutely, we have known that how our ex-players, our pundits goes when it comes to the Glazer ownership. They haven't been vocal. I don't know why haven't they been vocal. I guess they always expect to happen something. They can get a chairmanship post. They can be the CEO. They can be the next football director. I guess that could be the main reason driving them not to talk about the Glazers. But Beckham have done it. So yeah, kudos to Beckham, man. Beckham on ownership, he said, the club does need investment, whether it's the training facility, stadium, on the field, these kinds of big things need to be made and changes as to need to happen, especially when you see the likes of Man City and what they are doing. Off the field, as a fan and ex-player, I just want it resolved. There has to be a decision. Whoever is running your club, you want them to be passionate, you be involved, make the right decisions, bring in the right players, and invest in the club. My man. Beckham is absolutely my man. The way he said, whoever is running your club, you want them to be passionate, involved, make the right decision, bring in the right players, and invest in the club. These are all the things we want as the fans. These are all, as I've said, we are not like that. We are pro Qatar. It's not like that. If some other guy came in and says all the things that Sheikh Jassim has been saying, that he will invest in the first team, he will invest in the under 21, under 23, and under 19, and all that stuff. He will, especially in the academy, he will invest in the women's team. He will invest in the infrastructure. He will invest in the stadium. So if anyone, a guy like Jeff Bezos, even Elon Musk comes out and says, yeah, I want to buy Manchester United and I want to do all those things, what Sheikh Jassim is saying will do, we will support them as well. It is not like that we are pro Qatar, absolutely not. I can talk about myself, I can be opinionated, so I will say that I will support anyone out there who will be saying all those things. If Sir Jim Ratcliffe comes out tomorrow and says, yeah, I want to buy 100% of the club and get rid of the Glazers and will do all the things what Sheikh Jassim has been saying, I will support Sir Jim Ratcliffe as well. I do not have any personal agenda against him. The only reason we do not stand the idea of Sir Jim Ratcliffe, because number one, he will not get rid of the Glazers. He will not buy the 100% of the club. He will not get rid of the debt. He will not invest as much as we need it, So yeah, those are the cons of Sir Jim Ratcliffe bid. That is the main reason Manchester United fans aren't very, complying with that idea of Sir Jim being the owner. There are no other reasons to, other than that. Anyway, he also said, Beckham on Eric Ten Hag, he said, it hasn't been the greatest of times for Manchester United on the field or off the field. Seeing Eric coming is a breath of fresh air. He has had some tough decisions to make, but he has done it in a way where he has got the fans on his side. Absolutely, man. Absolutely spot on from David Beckham, man. Beckham on the Glazers, and this will be quite interesting, and he said, I think so. I think it's purely because the fans want it. I think so, as in he thinks that the club should be sold. I think so. I think it's purely because the fans want it. Once you lose the fans, especially at a club like Manchester United, it's hard to get them back. Obviously, the Glazers have achieved a lot, and financially, the fact we are even talking about the numbers of what Man United will sell for shows the success they have had. But there needs to be change. We have all seen that. We all know that. Obviously, he will not bash the Glazers in front of everyone. He have already bashed them passively. He can't just go out and say, yeah, the Glazers are shit. Obviously, even as fans, we can't expect that our ex-players saying that. Even if someone says that, I would be all in for that. But I guess that would be a bit too much to expect. But the way he have, protested, the way he have cleared out the situation, it's absolutely brilliant. I do wish that many of our ex-players should have done that very, very earlier. Believe me, way earlier they should have been vocal if they truly care about Manchester United. I am not saying just come out and bash the Glazers left and right. Absolutely not. You do not need to do that. To be very honest, you do not need to bash the Glazers directly. You can just state out the facts that how the club has been running. That will be more of a bashing to the Glazers than calling them out as a stupid or really sorry guys, or something like that. So yeah, man. Adam is saying to transfer it to the Premier League is a different story. Those numbers are indeed impressive, but he will need time to bed in understand the physicality of the Premier League. I am not expecting too much of him if he comes, but if he can contribute 20 goals the next season, would be good. Yeah, man, absolutely. See, I have also noticed some fact I have been given by, I will read it out though. Just a second, guys. I was reading an article regarding Hojlund and it says some research around Hojlund's number from last season. One interesting thing I found: scored 9 goals and registered 4 assists in 32 league appearances. However, he only played the equivalent of 20.4 full 90s, as he has often subbed or didn't start in those games. So what it means, if you make in total of the game of the hours he has played in football in the last season, it sums up to a total of 20 matches. So when you contextualize the data, last season he provided 0.64 goals or assists per 90, which means approximately in 2 of every 3 games he is contributing to a goal, which is quite important, man. We have all been shown about the stat that he have only scored 9 goals, he have only had 4 assists, but those things are true. But the one thing we tend to forget is that he haven't been getting the start for all the matches. He haven't played, even he gets the start, he does not play for 90 minutes for all the matches. So all the time he has been playing for Atlanta. If you add those up, it comes to an amount of 20 matches a year. So technically, potentially, essentially, he has played 20 matches. So keeping that in mind, it's around approximately in 2 of 3 games he is involved in a goal, which is not very bad. Absolutely not very bad, guys. I think it's very important to contextualize data like this. People are saying he only scored 9 goals last season. Why are United buying him? If you dig a little deeper, you will see why. It's not just about the numbers as well, but I wanted to address this point. If you are contributing a goal this frequently at such a young age in a European top 5 league, there has to be serious talent there. Absolutely spot on, man. Whoever wrote that article, I don't know who wrote that, but whoever wrote that, it is absolutely spot on. Please let me know your opinion, guys, as well regarding this Hojlund stat, and also let me know what you think. What Beckham come out and have said. I do want to know your opinion as well, guys. Shondipan is saying, in my opinion, I prefer him than Harry Kane, and my reason was that he is a long-term investment, while Harry Kane is a short-term investment. Possibly, if we can get the two, then fine. But instead of spending 100 million on Kane, I prefer this guy 100%. Absolutely, Shondipan. You're absolutely right, man. Absolutely. As I have said, if it was Harry Kane and Hojlund, thumbs up from all of the United fans. But if it's either or, I will obviously choose Hojlund. It's only because of that particular reason what Shondipan have pointed out. And also, he is a talented guy. The article I have just read out to you guys, it shows that he has been involved in 2 games of every 3 games regarding when they score a goal. So it's quite massive. I absolutely know that Syria is not as tough as Premier League, so the facts will fluctuate, but there is a huge potential to that young kid, man. There is a huge potential, and I'm pretty sure that is the main reason we are opting for Hojlund rather than going for a player like Colomwani or maybe, Gonzalo Ramos or someone like that. I know that they are asking a huge money for them as well, but as a club, we could have at least gone into the negotiation, try to negotiate it down, but we haven't even tried that. For us, for Erik ten Hag, it was quite clear. If we can get Harry Kane and Hojlund, it's okay. If you're not getting Harry Kane or Victor Osimhen, it's only a young striker that he will get. He will definitely opt for Hojlund rather than going for Colomwani or players like Gonzalo Ramos or Vlahovic, something like that. So I guess it's his choice as well, man. So please let me know. Please let me know your opinion, guys. Yeah, man, I was just talking about that. I mean, seriously, the way Beckham have conducted himself in this particular interview and the very political way he has chosen to bash the Glazers, it was absolutely fantastic to read those things out. It's one of our legends saying those things. It does matter. It's not very lightweight, but it's absolutely heavyweight, the things he have talked about. Beckham can speak openly because he is not begging for a job from the Glazers in the case they choose Jim Ratcliffe and stay at the club. Other former players prefer to remain on the fence because they don't want to jeopardize their chances of being employed by Manchester United. You are spot on, Rohit. You are spot on. I know it sounds harsh. It sounds like we are criticizing our own legends, but we do have the right to do that, especially when we are seeing the shit they come out and say about our players. I will talk about that as well. The way, Yourke have said about Onana, it's disgraceful. I love Yourke. I love the way he played. He will always be a club legend. But the irresponsibility, the level of irresponsibility he has shown in regards of Andre Onana, it's absolutely ridiculous. And I will get into that. So please, guys, if anyone is new to this community and enjoying the show, please hit the like button, subscribe button, and share as much as you can. You can subscribe. We are always live at 4 p.m. and 11 p.m. as you can see in the ticker that's down going below. We are always live on these times and talk about Manchester United, what's going on and around of Manchester United. So please, guys, if you're interested, please subscribe. It is absolutely free, and that is the one thing I will ever ask from you guys. So yeah, man, we are already 127. We are 3 to go to 130. Our next target. It's a small community, but it's a very, very strong community, and we are hoping to make it even stronger. So to do that, please, guys, please hit the subscribe button. Please do. Anyway, I will move on to the next subject. I will get into your comment, guys. Don't worry. They will always get into your comments. So yeah, man. Anyway, the one thing I would like to talk about, and I would want to know your opinion as well. It's about Benjamin Pavard. It's coming from Express, and they are saying Manchester United could repeat their Harry Maguire hijack by beating Man City to a defensive signing this summer as well. Erik ten Hag is looking to bolster his backline with a move for one-away Bayern Munich right back Benjamin Pavard, according to reports. Erik ten Hag has strengthened at centre back and left back since becoming United manager last summer, signing Martinez and Malacia. And he could now put his own touch on the right side of his defense by pursuing Pavard amid rival Premier League interest. According to Sport 1, United have been in contact with Pavard's representatives over a potential Old Trafford switch. Bayern are yet to receive an offer for the 27-year-old, despite heavyweight European interest in his signature. So Manchester City, City and United both are interested on Pavard, according to the Express report that's been going on. See, the thing is that we all know that Diogo Dalot just signed an extensive contract with us. It's a 5-year contract, I guess. So he will be in the club for the foreseeing future. And the way we have seen Wan-Bissaka have evolved under Erik ten Hag, if you ask me, I absolutely do not see him going out of the club. And I like him the most. As a right back, I would prefer Aaron Wan-Bissaka any day over Dalot. But if any of you guys prefers Dalot more, you are not wrong. You have your own choice. I absolutely respect that. But if you ask my opinion, I would say, I would prefer Aaron Wan-Bissaka over Dalot on that right back situation. But the thing is that the one and only way we can be able to, we can even think about the possibility of Benjamin Pavard is only if we can get rid of a player like Harry Maguire. The only way we can go, if there is a slightest possibility, we will go for Benjamin Pavard. It will only depend on the sale of Harry Maguire. I do not see we going for Benjamin Pavard or any other defender with Harry Maguire in the place. It will not happen. So if he gets out of the club, if we are able to sell him, we all know West Ham is quite interested in him. So yeah, if we are able to do that deal, I guess it can be done. It can be done, and if you can ask me, then what will be the situation regarding the Diogo Dalot and Aaron Wan-Bissaka? In my analysis, the way I have seen the whole subject is that if we can get rid of Harry Maguire and acquire a substantial amount of money so that we can go out another defender, whether it's another centre back or a player like Benjamin Pavard, it can happen. In case of Benjamin Pavard, I guess we will see Aaron Wan-Bissaka playing at times as the right centre back as well. The way we have seen Erik ten Hag using Luke Shaw as the left centre back, we can see that happen. If we get a hold of a player like Benjamin Pavard, it can happen that Aaron Wan-Bissaka playing as the right centre back at times, not every day or every matches. At times we can see that happen. Because the thing is that we always know how good Aaron Wan-Bissaka is when it comes to his defensive abilities. He is absolutely a monster when it comes to that. The only flaw he have, if you ask me, if I'm being honest about my own opinion, I must say the only flaw I have seen in Aaron Wan-Bissaka's game is his cross-giving ability. He is not that very good when it comes to, putting crosses inside the 6-yard box. He is not very good at that, especially if you compare him to our left back, Yourke. The way Yourke puts those crosses, it's absolutely brilliant. He's one of the best in European football at the very least. So yeah, man, when you compare Aaron Wan-Bissaka to Yourke, he does fall a way short than Yourke when it comes to crosses. So yeah, I guess if we can put him as a defensive-minded player, he can be used as a centre back as well. And we have already seen Erik ten Hag loves that thing. Erik ten Hag likes the idea of players playing at different positions. We have already seen that with so many players. We have seen Bruno Fernandes playing from the right. We have seen Rashford playing from the middle. So yeah, we have seen Yourke playing as the centre back. We have seen all those things. We have seen that. So it is not out of the realm of possibility that if we can get a hold of Benjamin Pavard, we will see Aaron Wan-Bissaka as our right centre back. So please, guys, please put in your opinion and thoughts about about this thing as well. Now I will get into your comments, and then at the latter part of the video, we will talk about that Dwight, your quote man, about what he came about and said about Andre Onana. Obi will be saying Manchester United transfer is very slow, very, very slow. If Liverpool to buy player very fast. Yeah, man, Liverpool is quite leader when it comes to transfer market. They are really fast and precise. I must say that. Rishabh is saying absolutely 100% Glazers must exit as soon as possible. I couldn't agree more with you, brother. Couldn't agree more with you, man. Tanmay is saying, don't think Glazers will be leaving anytime soon. I do hope so not, brother. I do hope so not. Believe me, if the Glazers stay any more, I don't know. I will get demoralized at some point. I always try to, keep myself busy and uplift about Manchester United. But whenever I hear those fuckers' name, I'm sorry to use this word. I don't usually do this. I only do this when it comes to the Glazers. I can't just control my emotion regarding those guys. It's absolutely shame, man. It's a shambles. It's in shambles when it comes to the Glazers, man. Absolutely. They have rot the club from within. They need to go. They absolutely need to go. Tanmay saying, bro, 128, congratulations. Thank you, brother. Thank you. It's 128. Thank you, man. Yeah, Rohit. 129. Thank you, man. I guess it's 129. I guess anyway, guys, it's all kudos to you guys. So if it's 129 or 128, whatever it is, our next target is 130. So if you are, watching the show and enjoying it, please subscribe the button, brother. Please subscribe the channel. It's a good community. It's a very friendly, a wholesome community. You can talk whatever you want to talk about regarding Manchester United, and you will not get judged. We all can assure that. All the guys who have been supporting me from the beginning, they have been absolutely brilliant. You guys are the legends of this community, man. Absolutely, you guys are the legends of this community. Yeah, man. YouTube can be. I don't want to say those things. I don't want to get banned by them. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Whenever you say that particular word, subscribe. Even Prithviraj have said that the YouTube have removed that comment when you guys support me and say other guys to subscribe me. I don't know what happens, man. I don't know. But thank you to your effort. Thank you to your initiative, guys. I will always be grateful for you, man. I will always be grateful to you for that particular reason, man. One more, yeah, man, absolutely. Yeah, man, exactly. Why? I don't know why do the dude do that? Believe me. I guess you said your name was Orno, if I'm not wrong. Orno, what you have said in the first line, that was my exact thought when it came to YouTube. Yeah, they are getting a bit lazy, man, about that thing. Prosenjit, you are right. Prosenjit, man, you are right. Thank you, all of you guys, for showing the love, brother. Thank you, all of you guys. Shubhajit is saying, love your show. Thank you, man. Thank you. Absolutely, thank you, brother. He is saying, glory days are back. Hojlund has shown he loves our club more than PSG money. He said it last year interview that he is a Man United fan since childhood. We need another 2 strikers and should let Martial go. Glory, glory, Man United. Absolutely, man. We should have done that. But as it stands right now, man, I do not think, if you ask me, as I have, read so many articles about those particular things, in my opinion, I do not think, I'm not sure about that, but if you ask me, I do not think that we will let go of Martial in this season. I do not think that can happen in the coming season, but in this season particularly, I do not think that we will go for another striker after signing Hojlund, because we have, already shown an interest in Amrabat. And if we really are going for Benjamin Pavard and playing, and Eric Ten Hag is, thinking of playing Aaron Van Bissaka as a right centre back when it's needed, as I have said, that Varane is absolutely a world-class player, but he is aging as well. We will see some flaws over here and there when it comes to Varane. He will make some mistakes. In some cases, you will see that he is reacting slowly. That may happen. That can happen. So I do not, I do not think that would be the worst case scenario if we can have Aaron Van Bissaka as a right centre back solution as well. We all know that Lindelof can do a fine job on that. But adding to that position as Aaron Van Bissaka, I think it would be a good job as well. Please let me know your opinion, guys, as well. Please let me know that. Swaraj is saying Glazers need to go, management need to go, and they are all clueless about running a football club. Absolutely, man. They are clueless. It's not like that they are clueless. They are deliberately clueless. They do not want to, get a clue about how to run the club other than how to make money out of the club. The only reason Glazers are here because we are still a milking cow. We haven't still dried out yet. They haven't dried out Manchester United totally, and I guess that is yet that that is their agenda. And believe me, Saudi Arabian League putting all those money in football, it does worry me about a very different thing. I am not against of spending money in football, as I have said so many times. It is 90% about money when it comes to football, in modern day football. But the way, as I don't know how many guys who have noticed, if anybody have missed those sessions, I will repeat, in Saudi Arabia, in coming 7 years, they have 17 billion to invest just on the transfer market. It's not about infrastructure, it's not about stadium, it's not about training facilities. Those are, those are excluded from that 17 billion investment structure they have for the coming 7 years. It's 2023 up till 2030. They have put already a 17 billion budget only to make transfers. That is huge, man. And I'm not the one saying that. It's coming from a reporter like Ben Jacobs. So absolutely, he wouldn't have put up that article without cross-checking it first. So it is absolutely true. It is true. They are trying to spend 17 billion in the coming 7 years, and I think that may be manipulating the Glazers' decision regarding our sale process. You know why? We have already, visited that area. I know it got dismissed very, very, very fast, but it can resurface again. And that is the very, very shameful Super League, man. If they are thinking that there is a slight chance of, getting into the Super League, if that Super League idea gets established in the world football community, if it can happen, then Manchester United will be able to, earn more money. And I think that is one of the reasons they are also delaying the process, and that is also one of the reasons they want to get a hold of at least a little bit of share when it comes to Joel Glazer and Abraham Glazer. We absolutely know it clearly right now that those are the two guys who are not willing to give up their part of share. So I guess that can be the reason that's been driving them to not sell the club entirely. I guess that could be the reason, guys. Please let me know your opinion regarding this subject as well, man. Ogni is saying, for United to receive the 5 million bonus in addition to the 15 million transfer of Anthony Elanga, Nottingham Forest must qualify for the European Cup. Manchester United FC Europe qualification. Yeah, man. You are absolutely right, man. That is the main clause for getting that 5 million. And if that is the clause, I do not see that 5 million coming any way soon. I am not disrespecting Nottingham Forest at all. They have history. They have won 2 Champions League in previously. They have won 2 Champions League in a row. So they are a legend on that particular sector. So I have no right to diminish them or diminish their credit. I will not do that. But as it stands, the way they play right now in 2023, I guess it is quite hard to they can achieve if they try really hard, as they are moving forward, as they are signing players that can change their gameplay. Players like Elanga, as I've always said, I will always say that there is a player in Anthony Elanga. We wasted that talent. I hope Nottingham Forest utilizes him. I do hope so. There is a really good player in him. So I do wish him all the best in Nottingham Forest, man. If they can even manage to get into the Conference Cup, that will give us that 5 million as well. So I hope they get those things, man. Harni Singh, absolutely. Thank you guys for all of your confidence and support, man. Even Conference League is European Cup and is possible given the unpredictability of the Premier League. So yes, sign the check, please. Absolutely, good. That is what I have just said, man. It's possible that they can qualify Conference League because everything is possible in football. Absolutely right, Prithviraj. Manchester United got the worst negotiations team in the whole Premier League. Steve, you are being modest about that. You are actually, humble. I must say you are humble about this subject. They are the worst in the world. They are the worst in the world. Believe me, guys, the way they have conducted themselves over the years. Believe me, guys, I know that the Red Devil stand didn't existed at that time when Martak said and come out and said that we do not want to do business in January because we do not like to do business in January. I mean, what the hell does that supposed to mean? What the hell does that supposed to mean? It's like you are running a 10-kilometer, 20-kilometer marathon, and in the middle ground, if you're running a 20-kilometer marathon and in 10 kilometers, some girl or some boys are giving you a glass of water to sip on so that you can run the rest of the 10 kilometers properly, and you are saying, no, I am not interested in that water. I will drink some water when I reaches the 20 kilometer. And for that particular attitude, you got last because all the other racers have drunk those water and they're energetic and they have reached the finish line first before you have reached that. It's like that. Those who have invested in January, they have had the result of that as well. It's not like that it's poof out in the air. No. Those who have invested in January have got the result out of those players. We haven't, and we haven't got the result as well. What do the standard that dropped when it came to the substitutions, especially in the last year, when we went, from players like Rashford to Weghorst, that was a massive fall, man. That was a massive fall. We are replacing Casemiro with a player like McTominay. That is massive fall, man. It can't happen. So that is the main reason I have always said that do we have a winning team? Absolutely yes. But do we have a winning squad? Absolutely not. We are way far from being, having a winning squad. You can't have a winning squad with such players with such deadwoods. Players like McTominay, Martial, Harry Maguire. And those are not of any use, man, to the club. So we need to get rid of those players as soon as possible. And I don't know what's going on with that McTominay situation. Why Manchester United asking is so much money? If, in my opinion, if we can get 30 to 35 million out of McTominay, let's just do that deal. Because believe me, putting McTominay for even 1 year more will drop his value significantly because he will not be getting any substantial minutes in the coming season, which will consequently drop his value, man. So we do need to let go of those players. I do hope he does that. I absolutely hope he does that, man. Both of us saying, this is what I'm thinking the plan is. Forest can't buy Henderson and Elanga for 50 million, so they use the add-on to come to an agreement that benefits both parties. There is a fine line to this deal. Is there a buyback clause in there? Elanga has talent but might be a late bloomer. So this deal gives him game time. And if he is able to pick good form, they go back for him and Forest doesn't pay too much in case he flops, and it also becomes easy for Forest to move him on once he is not meeting standards or if they get relegated. The other reason for the add-ons is to use that as leverage for them to take Henderson directly, but if that doesn't work, they take him on loan. That favor United did with that add-on means they can have an easy future business. It's not always about money. That's a lot of writing Gautam has done. It's like fishing. Use worms to get the fish. This is not always the selling club's proposal. Forest could also have proposed this since they don't have the money to get both. United doing Forest this favor means they could ask for something in return one day. People need to understand that football is a business of money and favors. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, Gautam. You're right about that. Those things can happen. As we have already known, we have discussed about that scenario as well, that your Forest is implying that they want Dean Henderson, but they want Dean Henderson out in loan. And that will do us no good in this time particularly. If our club is trying to sell players to accumulate money, so if we let our players go out on loan, that will not help us at all in this particular season. It may help us in the coming season, as both of have mentioned. We are, we are letting a door open for the future. That may be the case, but I do not think our negotiators are that smart, Gautam. I guess you are giving them much credit than they deserve, man. Believe me, you have dissected this situation way more properly than those Glazers and the Martins. I do not think that is the way of thinking. That was the way of thinking when they decided to let go of Elanga, or maybe when they will decide to let go of Dean Henderson as well. I do hope that we sell Dean Henderson. I am not in favor of loaning him out. I am not, absolutely not. I do hope, even if we can, even if we have to sacrifice 5-6 millions for that, we need to do that. We need to do that because the money right now, the valuation of it. See, the thing is that a 20 million will do us a lot of good right now than getting 25 million later. So if we are able to accumulate 20 million at the very least from Dean Henderson, in my opinion, we should do that deal, man. We absolutely should do that deal. And I'm saying, forget about that 5 million add-ons. In Conference League, not a European competition, Erwin, don't write them off. If Leicester City can win EPL in 2015, they can also qualify for the Conference League. We must collect our 5 million add-ons. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Go on. Thank you, man. Thank you for letting me know, man. I was thinking that. There is a sell-on clause, including in the Anthony Elanga deal. Forest, yeah, man. Yeah, that is the main thing we were talking about. You guys are all saying that. I will not read out those messages, this particular message. I am so happy and I'm so glad, man. Believe me, the way I am getting supported by you guys are the legends, man. You guys are absolute legends, man. Rishabh is saying that one is not a problem. The big deal is to sign that Atlanta striker, which is a big concern. I think that, man. Hope they sell him with a better amount later. Make Una allow that this guy breathe. Please, 15 million pounds is okay for him. I hope so, man. I hope so, man. Our number one preferred striker is not even a starter for Atlanta. Let's contextualize this. See, man. See, Orindo. The thing is that I have said this so many times. If the Glazers have given Eric Ten Hag a choice, that do you want Kane or Hojlund, or do you want Kane and Hojlund? I am pretty sure Eric Ten Hag would have choose the second one, man. He would have go for Harry Kane and Hojlund. But as we all know, our club is absolute shit. Not our club, our owners are absolute shit. So they will not give us the money needed to make those deals. So yeah, Eric Ten Hag is opting for a young striker, and I think in his mind we have seen how geniusly his minds work. So I guess we should trust our manager in this particular subject, man. We should give that lad a benefit of doubt, especially in this coming season. Those guys, the players we are signing, players like Mason Mount, players like Andre Onana, players like Hojlund, Pavard, or whatever player we are getting, we should support them, man. We should support them. We should back them, at least for the time being. Before we reach into any conclusion, let's not forget that they are new to the club. They will be new to the Premier League. They will take some time to get habituated in this particular gameplay, man. So yeah, please, I would just request you guys to not reach the conclusion just yet. Shivan is also saying, I actually like him because of how he is built physically. He can bully defenders easily. He only needs to work on his ball handling skills and positioning for him to be like Osimhen, Haaland, Kane, and Watkins. Absolutely. As I've said, he is a raw talent, man. He is absolutely a raw talent. There are a lot of things he will have to improve. believe me, when I support Hojlund, I do not forget those things that yeah, he needs a lot of improvement. He have a lots of rooms to improve. Even Erik Ten Hag knows that. But with the budget and all the stuff that's been given, we all know. Even if you wanted to sign Randall Colomwani or Vlahovic or Gonzalo Ramos or player like that, he needed money. They all are asking more than at least around 100 million, and we are not willing to spend that of money on the striker as it is clear already. So in that particular budget, we are still, I'm pretty sure the only reason this Hojlund deal is getting held up because of that budget, man. Because Atlanta is asking for 70 million and we are going in with 60 million, including add-ons. So we are trying to save that money. We have that money only. So that is the money we are going in for Hojlund, and that is stalling the bid. I guess that is the main reason, we are not seeing Hojlund join the club yet. I hope that does resolve really, really quickly though, man. Siddharth is saying also one more. Yeah, man, one more to go. So if anyone is enjoying the show, man, new to this community, welcome to the community. Please, smash the like button, subscribe the community. You will enjoy our every show. We get live every day at 4 p.m. and 11 p.m. And you know what? Just do it, man. It is free. It will not cost you anything, but it will help us to build us an even more bigger, larger, and a stronger community, man. Siddharth is saying, Hojlund is a workaholic type of striker. I would like to have a United side. It's been long since United got a striker of their own who are very clinical in front of goal, like RVB and Ruud van Nistelrooy. Absolutely, man. Luis Shah, all we have been gotten are stopgap strikers that couldn't serve us for longer years minimum. One thing I like about this kid is that he is a fighter on the ball and knew how to use his feet perfectly, unlike Haaland that couldn't use his both legs. Hojlund can use both feet perfectly and is very fast, strong and dynamic. He can dribble one or two players on the run with the ball. Absolutely, man. When I was dissecting Hojlund's stats, I have said that he have that ability to dribble past players, which we have seen how bad Haaland is when he gets a hold of the ball in the midfield. He can't even dribble one player, let alone 2-3 players. So Hojlund have that ability. He's not only a box-to-box striker who waits, who just stands there and wait for the ball to come in for him. I'm not saying that is a bad kind of striker or something like that. We have seen how effective Haaland has been for Manchester City. So I will not criticize that. But if we can get a striker who is good with the ball, who can dribble past a few players for 20 meters, 30 meters, who can take those long runs, I will be absolutely delighted, man. I will be absolutely delighted with that. He can shoot long distance and has eye for goals. He will be a great asset to our squad. I see a prolific and world-class striker at Old Trafford in the nearest future for him. If we get him now, Hojlund is a goal. Yeah, man, absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, guys. Sandeepan is saying, Ten Hag wants him, so I want him. I couldn't agree with you more, man. I couldn't agree with you more. As I've said so many times, we have to keep our trust to Erik Ten Hag at the very least, man. Every one of you guys are saying one more. I do hope we get that one more, before our show ends. I do hope so. Bhai, cup ta dal. Oh, acha. The cup I have been, sipping my coffee from. Thank you, man. Thank you. I love Sheikh Jassim. You all love Sheikh Jassim, brother. Anyway, I will read out that particular subject, man, that's been coming out of, our legend Dwight Yourke on Andre Onana. Okay, this is coming from Manchester Evening News. He have said, if Dwight Yourke said about Andre Onana, I have said before that Manchester United need to be careful what they wish for with losing David De Gea. For all the good De Gea has done for Manchester United, the way his career ended was really bad. I will absolutely comply with that particular statement of Yourke. I will, because we have all talked about it a lot, that how badly, David De Gea got treated in the last period of his career. So yeah, I will comply with that. Then he said, I hope this doesn't come back to haunt Manchester United. Now they have got Andre Onana. Be careful what you wish for. De Gea is the Golden Glove winner, a high-profile player who has made mistakes like the rest of us. In my opinion, Onana is not as good as De Gea, and people need to watch him very carefully. I have seen Onana before. The Premier League is a different kettle of fish with how fast the game is and how often you are pressured. Onana tries to be an outfield player rather than a goalkeeper sometimes. I will be watching this guy very closely, and the people who have criticized David De Gea and wanted him to leave will probably be the ones who will be calling him to come back. I am hoping that doesn't happen for Manchester United's sake. I mean, that is one hell of a dig, man. That is one hell of a dig from our club legend Yourke to Andre Onana, who have just arrived in our club. We haven't seen him play over 90 minutes yet. And these kind of statements are coming out that he is not good enough, he is not as good as David De Gea. I mean, you can have your opinion. You can have your opinion about a player, but at least if you are getting opinionated, let that be valuable. Let that be valuable, because see, the thing is that you cannot just come out and say those things, especially when he haven't played much at all. He have only played a single game, that too in a preseason match. Let's just give that lad some time before we reach to any kind of conclusion. If we are praising him, even we are demoralizing him, whatever the thing you are trying to do, just wait it out. Let's see how he performs before going out and bashing him. I believe me, guys, I know that Yourke is a legend of our club, but that is the kind of behavior that disappoints me. When Gary Neville, said out loud in Sky Sports that, Bruno Fernandes comes to, it was clear that Bruno wanted to come out of that 7-0 game when we lost to Liverpool. That was absolute shit. That was absolute shit. He still haven't apologized to our club captain the way he commented on a live TV show. On a mainstream live media, he had said those things, but he haven't apologized yet. So when Beckham said those things, kudos to Beckham, man, for speaking out regarding the right subjects. I do wish our other pundits, our other legends who are as vocal about our players was half the vocal about the Glazers as well, man. They are not vocal about the Glazers. The only time they are vocal when it comes to criticizing our current players. I mean, swivel off, man. Swivel off. You guys have had your time. You guys have your opinion. We will always respect that. But if you come out and talk shit like that about our current player, we as fans have the duty, have the dignity to protect our players who will be playing for us for the coming years. We should do that. It's our responsibility. I think so, man. I think so. We can criticize our players, but we should at least give them some substantial time. Even we all know how we think about Harry Maguire right now. But was this the case when Ole got a hold of him? We always look forward to playing him. We thought, it could be a really, really good centre back for us. It didn't happen. So we are right now trying to get rid of him. We all know we have criticized him, but we have criticized him after a long period of time. We have criticized him constructively. We were not just guessing game. We were not playing a guessing game that Harry Maguire will be a flop. The way Yourke have said that Andre Onana is not as good a goalkeeper as David De Gea. I mean, what the hell, man? What the hell? I mean, seriously, man. Seriously. Yeah. Seriously, Gautam, Steve, Ishank, everyone, Rohit, absolutely, man. I was absolutely disgusted by that quotation. I mean, it's okay that you are a legend. You can say things about our club, but this is not the way to treat a new player, man. This is not the way. So anyway, guys, I guess this was it. I guess you have enjoyed. We have talked about Hojlund. We have talked about Beckham's quote and Dwight's quote and a possibility of, signing of Benjamin Pavard. I always liked that guy. So if Eric Ten Hag is really thinking about playing around Wan-Bissaka as the right centre back sometimes and getting a hold of Benjamin Pavard, I will be all in for that. I will be absolutely all in for that. So anyway, guys, I guess this is the end of this show. You guys have been absolutely brilliant as always. I guess we will reach our 130 subscribers maybe tonight. We will see that happen, guys. So anyway, kudos to you guys as always. We'll have the 11 p.m. show. Until then, goodbye, and you know what? Take care, guys. Absolutely take care, brothers. We'll see you in the night show 11 p.m. Please, remind or do not forget to tune in. I know you guys do not forget to tune in. So I will see you there and there, man. Take care and goodbye, bye.